tribe 12 men to go and spy the land, and with a condition that each tribe should produce a person or a leader to represent them. When the people went to spy the land, there were 12 of them. But when they came out from the work of spying the land, the Bible where we have read it say that Joshua and Caleb and Joshua were of the positive report, but the other 10 were of the negative report. The two people saw same thing. They entered in the same land. They saw the same fruit. They saw the fortified city. They saw the fertile land. They saw good things. And they saw people there. But when they came down to bring the report, when they brought the report, their report differed. The two of them, they were of positive mind that they stood with the decision and the mind of God, a positive mind and a positive perception. Then they went on. The other 10, they had different opinion. They felt that they cannot possess the land, since the people who are living in that land, they are so huge and great people that they cannot fight with them. And they fail to understand that the war is God is their revenger, their avenger. And God had not told them to go and make a decision. God had just told them to go and see how the land it is, but not just making the decision. The two saw the greatness of God. The 10 never saw the greatness of God. In that verse, in that chapter, there are two kinds of groups who saw something, but their thoughts differed, perception differed. Now, when we continue in the Bible, in the book of Proverbs chapter 23 verse 7, it says, as a man thinketh in her heart, so he is. Whatever it is in your heart, that's the way whatever you say and speak, that's how your heart it is. What you think is what you speak, and what you does. And in Ephesians chapter 1 verse 18, it says, having eyes of your heart and enlighten, that you may know. That God wants us to have the eyes of our own heart, so that we might be enlightened and that we may know what is right. He may make a difference. And in the book of 2 Kings chapter 6 verse 17, it says that this is a story whereby Elisha and his servant, they were faced with the enemy. But now, the servant to Elisha was able to see the number, he was able to see the enemy, but was not able to see the chariots that were on their side. So he was afraid and feared that they are going to die. But until Elisha prayed to God, and God opened his eyes. And when God opened his eyes, he saw the chariots that were on their side. And so the chariots that were on their side were great, were huge than the enemy. When God opened the eyes of the servant of Elisha, that's when he saw the greatness of God. You cannot see, you cannot have the right perception if your eyes are already, if you are blind. For you to see and to have the right perception, you need